everybody, it's Boo Ray Perry, and today on Boo Ray Explains, we're going to talk about chimping. Yeah, chimping. Have you ever heard the expression chimping and you didn't know what it was? Well, today we're going to find out exactly what chimping is. Before we get started, don't forget to go down into the description and click there to go to my website because I have so much stuff that I offer there, including a couple of great free tutorials for you on how I set up my cameras, what terms you should know if you want to be a photographer, and also some great ebooks on natural light photography and off-camera light. And I also do one-on-one coaching too. So just click the link down below in the description and go to my website and check it out. All right, I was thinking today, this is probably my second favorite term in photography. My favorite term is the inverse square law. I like to drop the inverse square law into conversation as much as I possibly can just because it sounds so cool and technical. You know, the inverse square law. What is the inverse square law? I have a video about that, by the way. This is my second favorite term, and I did some research to try and figure out where the term comes from because I thought, you know, what if I'm wrong? What if my understanding of what chimping is wrong and it actually means something else, and I can't find anything other than what I've always heard chimping is and what chimping comes from. So chimping is when you look at the back of your camera after you take a picture so that you can see if the picture's okay, if it came out, or if you like the exposure, right? So it's called chimping. So let's say, you know, you take a picture and then you chimp it. And if you chimp it, it means you look at the back of your camera, oh, okay, you know, and you bring it up, and, oh, yeah, okay, that looks good, or I don't like the expression or whatever. That's chimping. You're chimping. What's great about it is where it comes from. As near as I can tell, this is what I've always heard, and I looked online and I couldn't find anything different than this. It's called chimping because when photographers do it, they sound like a chimpanzee. This is the coolest thing in photography. It really is. Because what you do is you take a picture, and then you look at it and you go, ooh, 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 ah, ooh, ah, 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 ooh, ah, ah. That's good. Ah, that's good. And so you are chimping the picture and sounding like a chimpanzee, hence chimping. That's what chimping is. So it's probably the easiest one on the entire Boo Ray Explains series. This may be the shortest video I have to do in terms of explaining what something is. But that's what chimping is. So if you hear somebody say, take a picture and then chimp it, or I was chimping it, now you know what they mean. They were just looking at the back of the camera to see what the picture is. Now, I'm going to give you a suggestion here, because I think that chimping's time may have come, because with DSLRs you had to look at the back of the camera in order to see the picture, but with modern mirrorless cameras you don't have to do that. You can set your camera up so that every time you take a picture, the picture then appears in the viewfinder and you can chimp it right there through the viewfinder. Or if you hit the play button to play back your picture, you can see it through the viewfinder, and a lot of times it's much clearer and much easier to see it through the viewfinder than it is to look at it on the LCD. This is especially true if you're outside on a bright day. It can make it hard to see the screen, or if you're like me and you need reading glasses when you have to look up at a picture up close, then you can set the diopter in your camera to your reading glasses power. So if I look at the back of a camera now, a lot of it's blurry. If I'm trying to make sure I've got a tight focus, I absolutely want to look through the viewfinder where I've got the diopter set to my magnification of my glasses and I can see it clean. But here's a little trick that I do with my cameras, the ones that I can. I can't do it with all of them. I can't do it with my X100V because there aren't enough buttons, but I do it with my XH2 when I'm working on a job. So what I did was I set one of the buttons on my camera to be playback so that I can review images. So in this case, it's the one that's right under my finger. If you can see, it's right there. Can you see that button right there? Yeah, there it is, right there. So when I'm shooting, that button is right under my finger, right? And I guess everybody's got a different use for this button, but what I've got mine set to is playback. And what that does is I can take a picture, and then immediately after I take a picture, I can hit this button with my finger. I don't move my hands. Nothing happens up here. I just take a picture, hit this button. I can see the picture. Then I can turn this dial to zoom in on the picture to get a good look at it. And if I like it, I'm good to go. And so my clients never know that I'm actually chimping. And some photographers they're self-conscious about chimping because they think it makes them look unprofessional. Every time you take a picture, you're now looking and, oh, wait, now let me check it. Whereas if you know what you're doing, why do you need to chimp it? right? And that's just the way some photographers feel. I feel it's a tool, and it's silly not to use the tool. But what I do now is, I was doing bar mitzvah on Saturday, and the boy in the bar mitzvah was a blinker. We all get a blinker, right? So you're going to take 4 pictures of this boy, and in 3 of them, he's going to be blinking. So you have to make sure you have a picture where he's not blinking. So during what's called the candle lighting ceremony, where all this family comes up and you take pictures of them all in their little groups, every time I would do it, I would go, great, snap, snap, snap. Then I hit play, and I would quickly scroll through and make sure that I've got a picture with the eyes open, and I do, good. And I'd go thumbs up, and they'd be done. So this is better than the old way, which was snap, snap, snap. Hang on a second. Let me look at the... Okay, that's good. See, it's much better this way because they don't know what I'm doing. They just stand there and smile as long as the camera's up. And they don't know that you're actually, reviewing the image. So that's what Chimping is. And the little button trick there is a nice way to kind of get around it and not have people know that you're actually chimping in camera as you're taking the photographs. And listen, be sure and throw me a like and throw me a subscribe and check out all my other videos, because sometimes it's hard for me to come up with new videos because I have done a video on just about everything there is to do a video on when it comes to photography. So go back and go to my homepage and check out my videos, because I guarantee you there is something there that you are going to like and is going to help you. I can't see. There we go. That's a little bit better. And thanks for watching.